So today I am going to show you how to make a coconut curry jackfruit using the young green jackfruit in the brine. You can choose any brand as long as it's in brine or water, that's fine. But you have to make sure that it is not the sweet jackfruit, okay? So once the jackfruit's out of the can, you're going to break it up into pieces. And I chopped up a red onion, put a little oil in the pan, placed my jackfruit here. And for this, I added garam masala, paprika, turmeric, black pepper, a little brown sugar seasoning, that's by McCormick. I added garlic and onion powder. And if I did not say, I added black pepper. I don't know how you're sitting down. I'm over here burning it, but you just want to blend everything together. I will turn this down just a little bit. Once it's blended, we're going to add in water to cover and let this boil as if it was chicken, okay? Because you want to cook down the jackfruit and allow it to become soft and completely cooked down. So now I got my pan, if you can see, I'm burning my pan. I'm going to go ahead and get some water. Alright. This right here was just 1 pint, but I'm honestly going to put in another pint or however much can fit in this pan, because I know that this is going to cook down almost like if you're cooking, like I said, chicken or beef stew. But remember, this is vegan. This is going to cook down slow and steady, covered for about an hour, I would say. And you have to check on it because you want to make sure that you always have water, okay? Don't let that water run out and burn your pan. Okay, now that this has been cooking for 45 minutes, I'm going to check on this. See how it's simmering down, cooking, and getting soft. So what I'm going to do is, it's still not quite tender enough for me. So it's just 45 minutes. I'm adding another pint of water, letting this stew down once more. But this time I'm going to check it at 30 minutes because I want to add in some thickening and the coconut milk. So I'll check back in 30 minutes. All right, now that it's about, honestly, it's about 50 minutes because I forgot about my food on the stove. I'm going to take some tapioca flour. Some people like to use cornstarch, but I do not use cornstarch anymore because it has aluminum. I'm just going to take a tablespoon or so. I don't want this to thicken too much. I'm going to add just a little dab, just a little dash. So we're going to add water to this to create a paste, but then, you'll see. 1 second. I added water. This is not going to be a paste, so I do apologize. I'm adding water to the tablespoon of tapioca so that it's dissolved completely. And because I know that the tapioca starch thickens very well, I'm going to add a little bit more water. So I would say that I have about a half a cup of water now. Let's turn off the water. And the tapioca is fully dissolved. Let's go back over to the stove. Okay, so I have my fire on really low, which is why I also forgot that I was cooking this, which is insane. But see how this is now cooked down? If you want to cook it down some more, just so it's really, really soft and the texture is almost like melting in your mouth, go ahead, and add another pint of water. But I'm just going to leave this how it is. There's firmness, but it's soft, right? And I want to make this into a gravy because I'm going to add this with rice. So we're going to stir up that tapioca mix, right? Pour that in there. I'm not going to add everything. See, I did leave, I would say, about a fourth of a cup. But this is the coconut milk. You have the cream and the milk, or the water. I'm going to add this in. Let's see. This is 12 ounces? No, not quite. So this is about 9 ounces. You can add as much as you want, but that coconut flavor is going to sit in. I'm actually going to save a little bit. I can use that for a smoothie. I know that I don't need that much. So this is, remember, 1 can of jackfruit. Then you add your seasonings. You boil this down for basically about 2 hours. You keep checking on it, making sure that nothing's burning and that you still have water. When it gets to your desired softness, and the jackfruit is nice, soft, and not so firm, right? Just as if back in the day you were cooking chicken, okay? So that's my go-to when I'm cooking vegan items. I still am relevant to it as it would be for cooking a meat item. So I even have, see, this is the seed pod, and that's the seed. I keep everything in here. So we're going to keep this on medium high and let this boil and thicken like you're making a gravy. And then once it gravies up and it's the consistency that I want, I stop it and it's done. At this point, make sure you add some salt if you haven't added salt, and just taste it. Okay, now I am satisfied with how this is cooked down. It's been about 20 minutes thickening, and this is the gravy consistency and how I would like to eat this with some rice. So now it's time to plate it up and serve. So I'm pairing this coconut curry jackfruit with some rice and some mixed greens. And this is a wonderful meal filled with nutrients. And this is very delicious and very flavorful. Enjoy.